Hi guys, thanks for joining me again this week for another in my little how-to series for beginners woodworking. I read a lot of your comments on here and on social media with regards to my previous video on how to hand router signs, and I got some really great feedback. So in this video I'm going to be discussing more in depth the tools that I use and the way I go about getting my piece finished. We're going to look at the router bits that I use, the reasons why I use them, and also what type of finish that I use for a durable, long-lasting finish for my piece. So stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe my page because it's great to have your support. Here we go. Now I'm using a table saw sled here to cut my piece down. You just use whatever it is that you've got. I'm just showing it off really. But if you'd like to see the table saw sled in a little bit more detail, let me know in the comments below and I'll get a video made of that. Now that we know that the template fits, we're gonna take a little hand plane that I've got and we're gonna take all the edges off this board. I normally run the board through a planer, but it does leave some grooves actually on the board. So I like to just use a little hand plane. I find that it speeds up the sanding process. Now, once we've done the hand planing, I'm then going to hit it with 120 grit sandpaper with my orbital sander, and then finally 240 grit. This really gives a nice clean finish on the board before we do any sticking down of the template. You'll see that I'm going to use sellotape again to put the template down. Some people in the comments suggested that not to use the sellotape because of it leaving a sticky residue on the board. Maybe it's because of the sellotape that I'm using, or because I make sure that the board is well sanded before I start sticking to it, but I don't find that it gives me any sticky residue. It works for me, might not work for you. Now for the big shockaroo, I do not own a bandsaw or a scroll saw. I've got a little cordless jigsaw and I love it. It works really well for me. I've had corded jigsaws in the past. I haven't had very expensive corded jigsaws in the past, but the cordless works really, really nice. I like it. I've got a lot of control. My videos are really about what you can make on a budget, and most people are probably going to own a jigsaw. You're not likely to own a bandsaw or a scroll saw. But whatever you've got, you can make any fancy shape that you want. This piece that I'm cutting up, this is like 23-24 mil, so it's nearly an inch thick, but my jigsaw cuts through it fine. Now I'm prepping the template for when I router the letters out of the sign. I do have an apology to make. I forgot to hit record when I routed the letters out. I'm sorry about that. But if you want to check that out, just go to my other video on how to hand router a sign and you'll see an in-depth look of how I did it. This sign was set to 3 mil depth and you can see the effect that it gets. I wanted to show you in this video a way to mount the sign that you make. Now, I use a 19 mil plunge bit initially to create a hole, and then I use a dovetail bit which creates a recessed groove in the back that can hold a screw head. Here I've got the 19 mil plunge bit already set in my router, and I'm measuring it against the dovetail bit to set the depth. Now that we've done our plunge cut, we can now set up with the dovetail bit, get in the right depth, and then use our straight edge to make the groove in the back of the board. It's a really neat effect. It doesn't cost you anything if you have the bit already, and it's simple, but it works. Now, I know what you all are thinking. Why has he left a clip in the video of him painting? We know how to paint. Well, I know that. But I've had lots of people asking questions. How did you get the paint so neat? Well, I don't get the paint so neat. I get it all over the dang thing. The trick is, once you've slapped all your paint on, you then go over it again with 240 grit. And it just takes that top layer of paint off. And it looks like you spent hours cutting in the letters with a teeny tiny paintbrush. We didn't do that. And you don't have to do that either. Here's a look at some of the bits that I use. This is a Roman ogee bit, which I used in my previous video to get that fancy edge around the sign. There's the size of it. Now in this video I'm going to be using a round over bit. This is going to give me a nice rounded bony look, which is what we want because we're making a bone sign for a dog. This is a V-groove bit, 45 degree. I use this for cutting out the letters because it's what I had, but as it turns out, I find it a lot easier to use than a straight flute bit. Some people had commented to say that there were issues with their bit wandering when they were trying to cut out letters. I'm pretty sure that that's because they were using a straight bit rather than a V-groove bit. Now I'm just showing you some of the paints that I use. Once I've done the painting of the sign, as I said before, I'll then sand it off, and then I use an oil-based stain, which I'm going to show you now. I use this one because I like it. I have used it on other things before, not signs, but it creates quite a nice dull finish. It's not a shiny surface, which I personally prefer. Now we're just going to take that round over bit and we're going to take the edge off this bone and should make it look kind of bony. I'm going to point out here that I'm using a sponge brush to apply the stain. I've used a couple of different techniques to apply the stain, and I find that these little brushes off Amazon are very, very good. I'm going to drop a link in the description below to these brushes. You get a really nice even finish and it's very, very quick to apply. You're going to see also that this stain that I was telling you about before, when it goes on, it's quite glossy. It gives a very, very wet look, but you're going to see in a second that it does dry to be quite a matte finish. And there it is, all finished up. I'd just like to say thanks very much for watching. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see content-wise, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks again.